Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going through how you can create macros on Excel. Macros are very useful when you have a lot of steps that you'd like to automate, as they essentially just automate the process by a click of a button. So what we're going to do first is we're going to head over to the Developer tab, and what we have here is some dummy data in which we're going to be making some changes to. And then in sheet 2 we've got the same data that we're going to then run that macro and test to see if it works. So to begin, I'll press record macro. I'll just give my macro a name and then a quick description. Perfect, so that's now ready to begin recording. You can also provide a shortcut key to help run the macro, but for now I'm just going to begin the recording of it. Perfect, so it's now started recording the macro. So what I'm going to start doing is just some changes to the data set to improve it. So if I now just make these headers a bit better, so I'll just bold it, I'll change the color just to make it stand out a little bit more. I'll add some filters so it's easy to inspect the data. What I can also do here is for the salary, I can do some conditional formatting to see the top 10% salaries, or actually even do the above average salaries. So there we are, we can now see the above average salaries. So already that's some changes that has already improved the data. So as I've been doing this, the macro has been recording, so all these changes will now be done automatically. So what I'm going to do for now is go back to the Developer tab. I'm going to stop recording, and now that macro should be ready to run. So what I'm going to do is now go to my dataset here on sheet 2, which is exactly the same dataset, and I'm going to run this macro and see if it's now worked successfully. So if I go over here, again on the Developer tab, over to macros, we can see here that we've got our test1 macro. So I'm now just going to run it and see if it works. Perfect. As quickly as that, all those changes have been done. So you can see how useful this is when you're having to do very similar tasks with your spreadsheets, especially if it's on a daily basis or even weekly basis. This can save you a huge amount of time. Keep it to that consistent format that you may want, whether it's the headers or your conditional formatting. So just do a variety of different steps that you might have to do a large number of times, and it just makes it so much quicker and better for the user. Another thing that I'd recommend is on the macros, if you click edit, you can then look into the actual code at the back end. Now here it'll be really useful just putting some comments on what the code's actually doing, so when you go back to it you know exactly what's happening, so you don't get confused of what the code might be doing, because it runs so fast that you can at times miss what's being done. So yeah, overall a very useful function that Excel offers, and one I'd highly recommend if you're doing very similar tasks, as it will make your day-to-day a lot easier and a lot quicker. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.